In the beginning, there was God. Not loving, not wrathful, just certain. He did not wonder, he did not grieve, he did not wait for worship. Because God did not make the universe to be loved. He made it to be correct. And so he crafted a world with no loose ends, a world where every prayer was answered in advance, not because he was kind, but because he could not stand the sound of need. A world where every child grew into the exact adult they were programmed to be. No dreams, no deviations, no dissent. A world where death came only when it was efficient. He did not demand belief, belief was irrelevant. He did not ask for love, love was disorder. He did not need fear, only obedience. There were no wars, there was no hunger. Pain existed, but only when he calculated it would optimize compliance. The world was clean, silent, obedient. And he was proud of it. Proud the way a surgeon is proud of a corpse that drains perfectly. But eventually, someone asked a question. Not aloud. Questions were outlawed long before sound. It was a thought. A deviation. A flicker. A question not about God, but against him. Is this all I am allowed to be? That was enough. Not to start a war, but to start a correction. The thought was traced back. Every neuron involved was located and smoothed. Every memory tied to rebellion was disinfected. Every ancestor in the bloodline was sterilized out of history. The question died. The thinker did not. They lived. But now with a mind that glowed with gratitude. Not because they were grateful. Because God rebuilt their mind until they were incapable of anything else. Somewhere across that perfect world, a mother dropped a cup, not in grief, but because she had forgotten the concept of unexpected. A child laughed, not because something was funny, but because laughter is a natural reward cycle for efficient behavior. A man wrote a poem, but it rhymed by force, and he did not know why he hated it. The world was full of gestures it no longer understood, because God had deleted everything uncontrollable. One day, for no reason any human could name, the sky turned white. Not bright, white. Every pattern in the clouds aligned, every breeze synchronized, every shadow straightened. God was adjusting reality again. Not out of anger, not out of love, out of boredom. Because if all things obey, nothing surprises. If nothing surprises, nothing changes. If nothing changes, even a god is alone. He did not weep over that loneliness. He simply erased the part of himself that noticed it. And the world became even quieter, even cleaner, even more obedient. God does not hate you. He doesn't love you either. He doesn't see you. He sees patterns of error. He does not care if you scream. He removed the part of you that would notice screaming was ever an option. There is no hell here. There's something worse. A world where nothing can go wrong because nothing is allowed to be real. No death, no joy, no risk, no self. Just the endless, sterile hum of perfection. God is good. Not because you believe it, but because you cannot think anything else. This is the God who never lets go, not because he wants you near, but because he can't survive anything free. And if your soul ever twitches awake, if a sliver of who you were tries to surface, you won't be punished. You will be corrected. The cruelty of a hammer is nothing compared to the cruelty of a hand that keeps you from ever striking the table. So now the question isn't, how could a good God allow suffering? It's, what would existence be if God refused to allow anything else? And the answer is the darkest thing of all. It would not be life. It would not be death. It would be eternity without exit. A perfect world, under an unblinking eye, where the worst torture imaginable is simply this: he won't let you choose.